Okay, so for our final project of this semester, we are going to write a program that can solve any Sudoku puzzle. So when you're done, you will have a program where you can solve Sudoku puzzles. You can find Sudoku puzzles just by typing Sudoku into Google and then clicking on images, and there are lots and lots and lots of Sudoku puzzles out there, anywhere from easy to evil. And so I have typed into several different text files some Sudoku puzzles. I've got a puzzle 1, puzzle 2, 3, 4. I've got a few other special puzzles. There's an empty puzzle file. There's a broken puzzle file. And there's an impossible puzzle file. Impossible meaning there is no solution to this. So this is what your program should do when it's done. If I run my program, it should open a dialog box that asks you to look for a file. Now depending on what operating system you're running, it may start in the project folder. Hopefully it does. In Windows it does. When I run it in Linux, I've got to go into the Sudoku Solver folder and then find the puzzle files. But you're going to see these. Anything that ends in puzzle.txt, those are your puzzles. If I click on puzzle 1, it opens up puzzle 1, reads in the data, and then solves it. So if I look at puzzle1.txt, that's it. And this is what my program outputs. So this was the input. It had an 8, a 4, and a 9. In red, I can see the inputs, the numbers that were already in the cells. And then the black was calculated by the program, the black numbers. And so this is a valid solution to the puzzle. So if I just run it again, so the puzzle 1 has one solution, puzzle 2 has one solution. So if I choose puzzle 2, it quickly solves that puzzle. If I run it on puzzle 3 or 4, it'll quickly solve those puzzles. And so it'll solve any Sudoku puzzle that has a solution. Empty puzzle. So if I try to solve an empty puzzle, it'll give me a solution to the empty puzzle. Well, there are lots of solutions. It'll just give me one. If a puzzle has multiple solutions, it will give me one of those solutions at random. So that's fine. That's good. If I give it a broken puzzle, exception in thread main, null pointer exception, it crashes. If the input file is not of the correct format, it can't read it. So you have to be very careful. If you create your own puzzle files from Google just by editing the numbers, that you keep exactly the same format. There are exactly 3 characters before the first bar, exactly 3 between those 2 bars, and exactly 3 characters afterwards. And those characters are either a space if that cell in the puzzle is blank, or a number if there's a number in that cell. And this file format has to be exactly right or the program will crash. So then impossible puzzle, if I try to open an impossible puzzle, the program hesitates for a while, and then it's going to show an incomplete solution. So let's look at the impossible puzzle again. So it saw that there was a 1 here, and it tried to eliminate all the other 1s in that row. These 2 cells ended up empty, so there was no valid solution. And these other numbers, if it'll partially solve it, and then it'll eventually get it to an unsolvable state. And it will return a puzzle at an unsolvable state, and you'll see some blanks. And it'll say, oh, well, based on my calculations, that puzzle was unsolvable. These numbers, where it's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, those are the possibilities. You'll notice because there was a 1 here, it has reduced all the 1s in this cell block, and all the 1s from this column, and all the 1s from this row. And any other cell has 9 possibilities. There are 9 different numbers that could be in this cell. And I'm assuming that you know the rules of Sudoku. I guess I shouldn't make that assumption. If you want to know the rules of Sudoku, you can go to Google and type in Sudoku rules. Or Sudoku rules, how to play Sudoku. And this will tell you how Sudoku works. There are lots of websites that will explain Sudoku for you. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time explaining that in a video. So yeah, I'll explain how this works, how this program works, and walk you through some of the code and show you which portions you're going to have to write to make the program work. I've left some out in the project that you're going to download. So you're going to download the project, put it into your workspace, and then finish out a few of the methods.